Hey friends, welcome to another video. Now in today's video, I wanted to share with you what I got for my groceries. But before we start, I wanted to actually share with you how I get this many items on a pretty low budget as a family of 5 in the Netherlands. Now, the first thing I always do is I have a budget. So I know how much I have to spend in order to actually go out and get what I need, right? The second thing I always do is I make sure I have a meal plan. So I know what we're gonna eat for lunch, breakfast, dinner for 7 days. Now, I don't plan necessarily per day. So it's not that I know what I'm gonna eat this Wednesday, but I have enough food so we can eat 7 meals. And on a Wednesday, I will say, okay, we don't have time, so I'm gonna pick something that is very easy, or this has to be eaten today, so this is what we have today. So I choose on the day itself which of the 7 meals we're going to eat, but I do have everything right now that I need for 7 meals. So that is what I always start with first. I add everything into my cart. This was actually an online order. So I put everything into my order that we need for the 7 meals. Then I put everything in that I need for the breakfast and lunch. And that is basically always the same. We buy a bunch of milk, we buy a bunch of butter, things like that. And once that is all done, I see if I have money left, yes or no. If I do, I will actually put some extra stock up items in my cart to actually get to the amount of money that I want to spend that week. And that is just because some weeks you spend a little more. And for example, you want to eat a pasta, but you're actually a little bit over budget. Then I can just take the pasta out of my order because I always have pasta in the pantry. So I can just take that out. So if there is a week where I don't have enough money left to buy everything that I need for the 7 meals, I can always look in the pantry and see, okay, what do I actually still have that I can use for this meal? So anyway, I hope that made sense, but that is what I do. Now, we have a grocery budget that I always stick to every single week, and I always stay within that budget. It's pretty low, but like I said, when I use this system, it is actually pretty easy to stay within the budget, just because I really know what is expensive, what is not, where do I have to buy certain items. And some things I stock up on at Aldi's, we have that very close. We can actually walk over there. So that is amazing. And then the rest of the stuff is what we get in this online order. So let me flip the screen and let me show you what we got and what we're gonna have for dinner. I will actually put that up on the screen here, what we're gonna have for dinner this week. And like I said, it's not necessarily per day, but this is the 7 meals that we will have someday this week. Okay, so here's a little overview of all that we have. Now, some things that we always have on hand is fruit. My son absolutely loves apples. These were on sale, so I got 2 bags. And my other son actually loves bananas. My daughter, she doesn't really care. She eats either of these, so we just buy both of those. Then we have a bunch of vegetables. We have beans and we have a zucchini here that we're gonna add into some meals. This is for the noodles that we're actually having today. And this is something that I usually don't purchase. This is pre-cut vegetables, but it was 2 bags for 1. So that was actually a pretty good deal. So I thought, you know what, let's make it easy. This is something that you can just throw into a pan and you're done. So that is something I usually don't get, but this is very convenient. Then a bunch of cherry tomatoes, just because we actually love putting those in, first of all, the gnocchi, which we're gonna have this week with chorizo. We love that, so that is what we're having this week. I actually have that meal up on my blog on how we do this. This is a very, very budget-friendly meal. So that is what I use. 1, maybe 2, we'll see how much I have left. And then the other one is what we're gonna put in the oven when we eat the beans, because we really like oven roasted tomatoes. So that is for the other day. Then we have tortellini, and these are also pretty expensive, but this was also 1 + 1 for free. So I got 3 of those and then a pasta sauce that goes with it. This is obviously not enough for 3 of those packages, but I usually add some things into it. Part of it is the zucchini. I add, what do I add? I add garlic, onion, tomato sauce, turn it into a bigger sauce. But we actually really like that it has the mascarpone in it. It's a really nice sauce. So I just add it in there because we only need 3 of these packages. So because it's buy one and get one, you still need to get 1 thing extra. So that is why I get this. Anyway, that is 1 meal. So meal 1, that is meal 2 with the chorizo. Then we have the noodles here, noodles. We will have potatoes with the green beans. We will have this probably also with noodles, so we will have that. Anyway, so that is part of it. Then we have chicken. I've never had this before, and it actually looked pretty good, and it was on sale as well. So I thought, you know what, let's just try it. So that is a package. It's just chicken. I don't know if this is actually something in America. I don't know. It says it's Portuguese, so I don't know. It is with chicken, so it is basically a chicken meal with rice. Anyway, then we have milk, because we always have milk on hand. I got cottage cheese and oats. These are 2 big bags of oats. This is actually fish that my husband asked me to get. I really don't like it, but that's his. Then we have cheese, which is always great to have on hand, especially because we are having pasta bolognese this week, and that is actually really good with it. Then more fish for my husband, and we got a bunch of chicken. Then we have pasta, and I bought a bunch of different types of pasta, and this is one of those things that I get just because I want to have it on hand. So this type, we have the elbow noodles, we have spaghetti, we have lasagna sheets. So we have a ton of different types of pasta just so that I can make anything I want whenever I need to. This is the noodles for tonight, and this is what we have with it, some type of chips. We like to have this sauce with it. Now this is like a peanut sauce, and this is just the herbs that we use in the noodles. Then we have taco seasoning. Hold on. Okay, then we have taco seasoning. We have wraps, just because we like having that on hand. And this is what I love to use for our cinnamon rolls, which I'm actually going to make tomorrow. And I bought 2 just to have one on hand. This is to stock up on. So this is black olives. This is milk for in our coffee, also to stock up on. Flour, also stock up item. I had quite a bit of budget left this week, so I got a bunch of things to stock up on. So flour, these are just canned tomatoes, kidney beans, which I actually never use, but I thought I want to make more like chili types of things, so I bought a few of them. Vanilla extract for banana bread and things like that. This is something I always have on hand. Tomato sauce to make my basic pasta recipe. 2 loaves of bread. I still have one in the freezer, and this is not gonna last me an entire week, but hopefully I can make another bread this week that I just bake in the oven. Then I got this, and this is because I want to try and make cornbread. I've never done it, but I've seen it in so many recipes. So this is actually to try and make cornbread. So let's hope it works. Then we have another type of bread, which is a very, very heavy bread. It's with rye. I don't really know if this is in English or if this exists in America, but this is rye bread, basically. It's very thin slices, very heavy, but it's really delicious. And my husband actually requested this because he wanted to have it with the fish. So that is what he's having. These are some vitamin C tablets that you can put in water. This is just toilet paper, and this is something that I would never ever purchase myself, but I got this for free. This is just a complete meal in a bottle, so we'll see how that tastes. It is mango taste, so that actually sounds delicious. So anyway, this is the entire order that I got. Like I said, a few stock up items, and then the rest of this is just for our meals this week. And this is very much within budget, so I love when that happens. And again, I will put the budget on the screen. So this is everything that we got for the week. Now, I hope this was helpful to you and that you can actually see that you can live in on a pretty low budget. Now, if you need help on how to stretch your meals and how to cook from home more, I would love for you to let me know down below, because I'm thinking about actually making more content that shares more about how we live frugally and how I stretch our budget and how I make sure that we have very healthy, very delicious meals, because I see so many meals that just don't have any taste. They just seem tasteless to me. But we actually eat really well. We eat really great food, but we live on a budget. So if that is something that you're interested in, let me know. Then I will actually make more videos about our cooking and what we eat. But I hope this was fun for you to watch, and I would love to see you in my next video.